Hey Tabatha, what are we doing today?
We are picking out your priority reads.
Are we now?
Yes.
Scared.
Sharilyn gave me 10 different prompts. I chose books. She doesn't know which books I chose for her yet.
That's why I'm scared.
I chose 5 books for each prompt. Do you have a goal on when you want to read these by, or is it just these are your priority reads?
I would say just within this year.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Sweet.
All right.
Let's get into it.
Cheers, besties. So, of my prompts, my first prompt was small books, and that we defined as under or around 300 pages.
Okay.
So Tabatha.
Avert your gaze.
Yes, ma'am.
So this first book I literally bought today, and it was small. It was a little guy.
Yes.
And you were like, have you heard of this? And I was like, yeah, but not lately. So first one, His
Yay!
Majesty's
Dragon. His Majesty's Dragon. Okay, yes, I'm excited. Naomi Novik, you've heard good things about her as an author. I haven't actually read anything by her.
Now you will.
But Stephen King said this was a terrifically entertaining fantasy novel. So if Stephen King said so, I expect to like it. Cool.
Yay!
Yay!
All right, second book I have read, and I've given 4 or 5 stars. I don't remember.
Okay.
Very good. Dystopian-esque, sci-fi-ish, mostly dystopian.
Okay.
Set in a world with AI and post, like, I'm guessing like global warming or something like that. They don't really get into what happened.
Okay.
But kids don't see, like, nobody sees real animals or grass and stuff. And so
You can't touch grass.
yeah, they go to a botanical garden as like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Oh,
So
it's sad.
it is a lot of things that you will discover.
Oh boy.
Next book, we bought this together recently.
Ooh.
Do you have a guess?
Is it Lavender House?
It is Lavender House.
Yay!
Yes,
Oh,
huge
I'm
priority
excited.
read. So
Yes.
mystery,
Fantasy. Might even have an historical element. We'll see. But
we will see.
excited. Buddy read.
Yeah. This next one I've read a few times actually and gave 5 stars. It's very poetic and sci-fi.
Okay.
Any guesses?
I can't think of anything right now.
And that's incorrect. It is. This is how you lose the time, Laura.
I should have known. All right, sweet. Yes, I've been wanting to read this for a little while. Since I got this copy, which there's a good chance I actually got this copy from you. I can't remember how
I think it was at a Secret Santa and I already owned it, I want to say.
Yes.
And so
you gave it to me.
probably,
I think that is how it went. Okay, sweet. Yes, I've been wanting to read this for a while. So perfect.
And then the last one is also one of your books. And it is one that your husband bought the sequel of on accident. So you had to go and find the first
I had to go get the first one. He didn't realize they went together. Yay! Finally, I will read it. It's so tiny. But yeah, it has a book too that's like just as big. So even the 2 of them together would be still small. So yay, I will finally get to read it. The next prompt was medium-sized book. So I think that was going to be 300 to 500 pages. Ish. Yes.
Ish. Avert your gaze.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this first book, you can witness now.
Okay.
So this first book, you've been wanting to read this.
Okay.
And you've just not been in the mood because things have happened.
That's
and
fair.
when you were gonna read it.
Yeah, Phantasma.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is time for you to
Yes.
read Phantasma.
Yes, especially with the sequel coming out this spring. It'll be good it'll still be a good time for it.
Yeah.
So, and once more, I love the first line. I have read the first line before, and every single time I read it, it hooks me. So I need to just keep reading it.
This is one that you've been hyping so much.
I have.
You just need to read it.
I just need to finally bite the bullet.
Just fucking do it.
All right, fucking do it.
Okay, next one. You just bought today.
There was a few options there.
Sword.
In the League of Legends one.
Yeah. Ruination.
Ruination. All right. There was a list of books to read if you had just finished watching Arcane and were sad that it was over. And this one, which is a League of Legends book, and Arcane is League of Legends. This was at the top of the list. So, yay! I'm excited. Yes, I got this today. I'd kind of forgotten about, James Islington. I'd kind of forgotten about it, but we were at the bookstore today and Tabatha walked over with it and just put it in my hands. And I was like, okay,
Say less.
Yeah.
Next one, I gave you forever ago, bitch, and you haven't read it. What the fuck?
Is it Fireborn?
It is Fireborn.
I was just waiting for the right time, which is now.
It is now.
It was months ago. Okay, sweet though. Yay, dragons.
Hopefully it lives up. When I read them, I gave all 3 of those books 5 stars.
Is it YA fantasy?
It is. It is.
Yeah,
and
that should be that should feel good though.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm getting into fantasy a lot right now. That'll be like a good gateway.
Yeah.
Drug. But also
very good gateway.
Very good gateway. And then also, since it's YA, maybe even also a bit of a palate cleanser between some of the heavier fantasy I have coming up.
Will say, for it being YA, it does hit.
Okay.
And the writing doesn't feel like youthful or anything.
Oh, okay.
It's a very good YA. Very good YA.
Sweet. So yeah, this will be good for my fantasy journey.
All right. Next is one you've been wanting to read. And you'll probably read this more towards the fall. I don't expect this one to be one that's soon.
Okay.
The copy I have has red sprayed edges, if that helps you with your guess.
Do I have a copy at all?
No.
Ooh, is this a Dark Academia?
Yep.
Okay.
Has a sword on the cover. White cover.
Well, now I'm thinking Bloodguard.
No.
But that's not Dark Academia.
I can see why you would say that.
Yeah, that's those things. Okay, what is it?
If We Were Villains.
Yes, that's right. I forget about this edition.
Yeah.
So yes, the one in my mind doesn't look like this. But sweet. Yes, I'm excited for this. One of our friends read it and loved it. So, and I always love Dark Academia. So yay. Sweet. Thank you.
And then the next one.
Large books.
We have one more.
Just kidding. We have one more book. Is this one not quite medium, Tabatha?
It's medium.
Even. So what? I don't. Okay.
This one is the start of a long journey.
I see. Is it, what is it? Is it the Robin Hobb?
Yep. Assassin's Apprentice.
All right.
Let's go.
So the book is, medium, but the series is like 12? Is it more than 12? How many books is it, Tabatha? Is it 15?
I think it's 15. It's either 14 or 15. Or 16. It might be 16.
Yeah, if this checks out. Well, hey, you're going to be reading it too, so
yeah,
maybe.
This is on my TBR cart. So.
Yes, perfect. Now it's on mine.
Next, large books.
Yes, so these we kept it, I tried to keep it reasonable, and then she went and did what she wanted to. But the goal for large here was 500 to 700 pages.
I did stretch that for one of the books.
Yeah, I know.
One of them might be 800 and almost 50.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, it is large and in charge. I was just trying to keep it reasonably large for my sanity, but okay.
Well, I don't care about your sanity, as we've learned
clearly
through the TBR video.
We're well aware. If you want to watch me lose my mind and go insane and descend into madness, go watch her physical TBR video. And you try reading over 600 titles and maintaining your sanity. Okay, I'll wait.
Let's get the large books.
All right, large books. Averting my eyes.
Okay, so this first book is different. Okay, it's very different. It is definitely sci fantasy.
Okay.
It is not one you're gonna guess. It's one of my favorite series of all time.
Okay.
And it does have vampires and witches and aliens.
Okay. I think I'm sold.
And it is The Ninth Reign.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You put this on my TBR.
Yes, I did.
She put this on my physical TBR.
Yes, I did.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it.
And you can see I was reasonable.
She has to point that out because later... Yeah, let's see. What do we... Okay, yeah, this is just over 500 even. 530. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, she was nice.
Yeah, see?
For once in her life.
The next one, I also gave 5 stars. It's one of my favorite books this year and one of my favorite Stephen King books.
Favorite Stephen King of this year?
Yeah. Well, it's one of my favorite Stephen King books of all time, which is mostly this year.
That too, yeah, this past year.
Yeah.
Since, since it's now 2025.
True.
Did you read one yet? Anyway, okay. Is it Billy Summers?
It is!
Yay! It feels good to be able to guess these. All right, sweet. Yes, she wants me to read. Clearly, she wants me to read this. But yes, she has talked a lot about. She said a lot of good things about this.
Yep, it's very
without
good.
saying much at all because you can't say much about it. But okay, sweet. Yeah, this will be good. More Stephen King to add to my read pile.
Oh, speaking of Stephen King, the next book I haven't read, and I made you put in your correct hand. when we were doing my TBR video. You had it in your left hand because you were like, I wasn't planning to read it. And then I said, you move it over.
You forced me to add it to my
And
TBR.
now I will double force you to add it to your TBR.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't remember.
It's set in Dallas.
Oh, 11/22/63.
This is the one that is longer than the agreed upon terms.
Fine. Well, you made it sound cool though.
I'm excited to read it.
So we'll see what happens.
So we'll both be reading that one this year. I was about to say today. No.
Today.
Not today.
Because my sanity isn't delicate enough.
This next one.
That doesn't sound promising.
You will either love or hate this author, and I don't know.
Oh, is it J. Kristoff?
It is.
Is it Empire the Vampire?
It is Empire the Vampire.
Okay, she, again, has talked about this so highly that I'm very excited for it. But yeah, we don't know if I'll actually enjoy this author because apparently it's hit or miss for
It's very hit or miss. Like, you either love him or you hate him, and there's very little in between.
I want to love him.
I hope you love him.
I hope I love him too. Yeah. Like, I love him by proxy right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully I will be able to love him myself and not have a bad experience and then hate him and then we're just at odds.
I think it's a lot of fun, but it can read a little too edgy, and so, or the writing can, like, annoy some people.
Interesting.
So we'll see how you feel.
We'll see.
And then the next one, you were gonna read this year anyway, okay? Because you are on a mission. You are on a journey. You believe in journey before destination, and you will get that reference one day.
Is this a Brandon Sanderson?
It is Warbreaker.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was afraid it was gonna be Way of Kings, which I do want to read. Don't get me wrong. Okay.
What?
Did you just tell them something?
No.
Did you just say something to them?
What was that? Why would I do that?
What did you say?
Nothing.
What did she say?
Enjoy Warbreaker.
Uh-huh. I plan to.
No. What?
It's coming, isn't it? Damn. I mean, that's fine. I do want to read it. I just... Oh, they're so big. Okay.
What's next, Sharilyn?
All right. Next, we have Pretty Edges.
Funny enough, this pile actually, because of the constraints that I was given for the large, that I only broke once, mind you, and one of them was just over 500, so I feel like it evens out. The next pile is larger.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I've seen her sprayed edges options.
They're usually pretty thick books, but they also generally have like large font in them sometimes.
Okay, sometimes.
So this next one, we already did an intro for a video, and you already said you're gonna read this. So this is like a little bit of a break for you.
Is it Sword of Kagan?
It is not Sword of Kagan.
Oh.
It is Jade City.
Oh, yay! Yes, I do plan to read this already, so that helps. But yes, look at how pretty it is. Look at the pretty edges. Lovely. Yes. Oh, I'm really excited for this book, actually. Buddy read.
Buddy read. Buddy read.
Buddy. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're done. I don't know why you kept going. Bitch. The next book. The next book, I think when we did the video, my physical TPR, I think you had it in the wrong hand, and then I think we just corrected this.
Yeah.
It's a dragon book.
Sorry, I just glanced
at you just glanced at it?
Yes, that is true.
Dragon Rider.
Sweet. Yes, also pretty edges. Woo! Dragon.
So pretty. I also love that it's like red and black.
Yes, it's very intense. Yeah, I love how solid the color is.
I know nothing about how this book actually is, so we will find this out together.
All right.
How's the font? See?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh, that's very doable. Okay.
Yeah.
That's only in the 500s. That's not bad.
With large font.
Yeah, cool.
Next, I gave you one of this author's other books, but I recently acquired a sprayed edge version of a newer book that they put out. And you looked at my shelves and you were like, that's new, that's different.
Okay.
Yes! Talon Sister.
Yes! Oh, I'm so excited for this. I know basically nothing about it, but it's just really pretty.
Same.
Yeah.
I did see someone who I trust's opinion say that it was a 5-star.
Okay, so. Sweet.
And her other books were 5 stars for me, so let's see how it goes.
Sweet. Oh, it's so pretty. I do love a pretty book.
Next book we bought with our besties.
Is it right on the Holly Library?
No, but I can see why you said that. All of our friend group has it.
Oh, is it the something about the stars or the night? Something's dying.
No.
No. What book did all 4 of us buy together?
We pre-ordered it.
Oh! When the moon hatched.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, this was the first book we all bought together.
Yes.
Yes. Look how gorgeous this copy is. Like, I'm just, every single time this book comes up in my life, I'm just gonna show everyone how pretty it is.
It's very pretty.
Yes, so definitely excited to finally read this. Again, dragons. Fantasy. And I think its sequel comes out this year.
Yeah, I think so.
So
Later in the year.
yes. So currently there's only 1 to read. So that's kind of good for me.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, gorgeous. I actually own this one. Crazy.
Yeah. I tried to keep some of them as ones you've owned.
I appreciate that.
Next, you don't own.
Makes sense.
And I was shocked when you put it in your right hand during
You
my
were
TBR.
shocked that
I was shocked that you did because it's so big.
Oh, well, I mean, was that the name of the wind?
No.
Okay. What did I put? I mean, I put a lot of things in my
You
hands
even-
that day.
You even thought about not doing it, but then you did it and you committed to all the books in the series.
Oh, there's more? Is it the Grace of Kings?
It is not. It
Okay.
is the Dragon Bone chair.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Hefty.
It's so hefty. But something about it, yeah, it just felt right.
It hopefully will be right.
The next stack is cool maps.
Finding maps in general is easy. Finding cool maps is kind of hard, and eventually I got to the point where I just went with books that I want. Like, some of them are just, okay, they're books I want, and I have reasoning behind each one. For God's Grave, we have a map. I was like, is this a cool map?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a map.
That's a cool map.
It's a nice looking map.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And I just wanted you to be able to continue a series that you're working on and not just have
That's fair.
the start of series.
Yes.
So
I
that
appreciate
was.
that.
I hope you end up liking J. Grey stuff.
Yeah.
Because you already have Nevernight, you have Empire of the Vampire over here, and now you have God's Grave.
Yes, so there are three of his books you're making me read. So hopefully I like the first one I read so that I keep reading them.
Yeah. Otherwise, your TBR shelf here is going to be very easy to clear off because you'll just DNF those.
I'd be so sad.
Next one, I also hope you end up liking this, obviously. I hope you like all of these books.
That is kind of the
That
goal.
is the goal. This next one is a bit of a risk. However, I was recently convinced by our bestie swap that you would like this. So, Red Rising.
Oh, yeah.
And the map is kind of like a war map. So, it's like they're...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, it's a pretty simple looking map.
It's
But
a cool concept.
you'll understand a bit more why it's cool when you get into it. And then you can see it's even got Mars. So, obviously, it takes place on Mars.
Oh, good to know. Obviously. What?
Because it says Mars.
Yeah, right there. Do you see it?
Right there. So yeah,
Okay,
hopefully
cool.
you end up liking this. Hunger Games in space.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I haven't actually heard it described that way before. Well, that sounds interesting. Yeah, that does sound cool. That actually sounds really cool. I didn't know that.
You're like, now I'm actually sold on this one.
Yeah, like, oh, now I'm intrigued.
Okay, this was made for this prompt. This you didn't have in your correct hand, but it's because you don't know about it, okay?
I didn't know.
This is, I think he's a teacher. I haven't read it yet. This is, headmaster. He is a headmaster to school, and I think it's his new bride. So his new bride gets kidnapped and taken to the Tower of Babel, and he's going to go rescue her.
Okay.
And so he is trying to get to her, and even on the cover you can kind of see he's trying to ascend
that
up
cover makes sense.
the Tower of Babel. This is the start of a 4-book series, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
And the map is of the tower, so you can see
Yeah.
each level in the tower, and he's
that's
trying to
neat.
rescue his bride.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That sounds cool. So far, every map you've shown me have said looks cool, so we're doing good. That's fascinating. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's a neat map.
I'm very interested to see how this reads.
Well, we'll find out what this map looks like together, because I don't remember this map. But you did correct yourself today and put this in the correct hand. The
Yes.
Art of Prophecy.
Oh, yes.
And yes, it's a colored map.
Oh,
That's why I went with.
that's gorgeous.
And it's like the end. Well, you're gonna
the
see
end
it.
papers,
The end papers are the map. It's in color. It's got like a cool little.
like the cities.
The cities look cool. The mountains. It's just kind of a cool looking
That
map.
is
I like the waterfall.
Yeah, really neat level of detail. And yeah, just that's done really cool. It's really pretty. Damn, dude. Oh, you found some good maps.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad you approve.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, wow. I appreciate that it's in color too. We don't always get that. That's special. Oh, this looks so cool. I want to know more. And I will, because I'm gonna read it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Last one. This is one of the ones I think it's cool in a very specific way. City of Brass. I want to read this really bad, so that's mostly the reasoning is I want to read it. And
so you're gonna make me read it.
Yeah.
That checks out.
And so I thought this map was interesting just in the sense that it's got like all these animals on it. It's a very simplified map, but it's got like animals. It's got like people on animals.
On horseback?
On horseback. Yeah. Or something back.
I think they're stylized horses.
But it's I thought it was very interesting when I opened it up just
cool.
because of how simplified it is and all of the creatures on it.
Yeah, it's neat. Oh, this is here. This is the world. This is actually the Earth. That's Africa, and that's like the Arabian Peninsula, and that's India, and Italy. It's actually set in the real world. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
not gonna lie. Looking at that,
You didn't realize?
I didn't realize.
Like, oh, I know what this looks like. You're like, what?
Geography has
Cairo.
not been my... Oh,
Yeah, and the Nile River. Oh yeah, this is actually set like in the real world.
So that is a cool map.
That is really cool. That's extra cool. Huh. Neat. I'm
Sweet.
very intrigued now because this isn't what, the world is. Those aren't the real names. Or are they? I don't know.
Starts reading immediately.
Yeah, just hang on. He was an easy mark. Oh, was he? So next I asked you to pick out 5 standalones since we make ourselves read so many series.
Yeah. No, and that is a fair prompt. This was both harder and easier than I thought. At
Right.
first I thought it was going to be way harder.
Okay.
And then I thought it was going to be way easy because I was like, oh, I'm just going to grab a bunch of horror books. And then I was like, wait, Sharilyn doesn't want a bunch of horror books.
Sharilyn would have been very upset if you did that to her.
So I had to rethink it a little bit. So
Good.
there were some strategies.
I can only imagine.
Okay, so first one, you're already planning on reading anyway.
Okay.
And you guessed it earlier. Standalone.
What genre is it?
Silence is incorrect. Asking the genre is incorrect. It is sort of Kai.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, fine. We've been through a lot of books today. Okay, but also the pretty edges.
Yeah.
Okay, see, you can understand why I would have guessed it for that one. But yeah, sort of Kaiken. I'm so excited to read. We are definitely gonna buddy read this as soon as possible, like literally starting tomorrow. And so yes, I'm excited. And ML Wong, we read Blood Over Brighthaven by her, and that was fantastic. So very excited to read more of her work.
I couldn't not put this here, one, because making it slightly easier since we're already starting late January and you're trying to get this by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But also, just like she's the queen of standalone books, so.
I'm so excited.
Yay! So next, I actually don't remember if you put this in your correct hand. I don't remember.
My correct hand. It would have been my right hand. The right hand.
I don't remember if you put it in that hand or not, but this is a standalone that I loved. You're probably not going to be able to guess this, so I'm just going to come out with it.
Yes!
Okay, cool.
Oh, yes, I've been wanting to read this.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You have read this one?
I love this one.
So
I think it's so fun and so funny and so whimsical.
So I wouldn't have put it in any hand. It wouldn't have been in that video.
That's true.
But it was in the video we just did of my physical TBR tap.
Perfect. Listen, it's been a long time.
All right, so maybe it hit you harder than we thought. It was just a delayed response.
We've been looking at a lot of books today.
Yeah, that is our lives. So yes, I'm so excited for this one.
Yay.
I mean, just that title alone. I'm afraid you've got dragons. That just sounds like clever and witty and fun.
It's so fun, and more people need to read this. So, starting with you.
Yay. I'm excited. We have a very wide variety of fantasy that we're touching on, which is the goal. We want that. But yes, we have so this being a fun one.
Yes. It's a good palate cleanser too.
Exactly. Yes, we'll need that probably after a number of these. So.
Okay, I had to do one horror. All right. I might have done more. I don't know. This particular book is a horror book, but you did express interest in it. Okay. Perfectionism is your keyword. Pianist, perfectionism, beauty
Is it
industry.
natural beauty?
It is natural beauty.
Okay. I did want to read that.
Yeah.
Also, every time you say pianist, it sounds like you're saying penis. Because you're like pianist. Like the way you say it, pianist. Like
Pianist.
Yeah, you're like, but I put the emphasis on the A, pianist. So when you say pianist, like, it sounds like you're saying penis, homie. I thought you should know that. You need to be aware. Pianist. Like,
okay, it has a person who plays the piano. Next. So this is the original Standalone. The first book of Brandon Sanderson's.
Oh, okay. I'm like, of the world? I don't even know.
Elantris.
Yeah.
So the very first book that he wrote, which is eventually, I think I know he plans for this not to be a standalone at some point, but right now, as of filming date and posting date, this is a standalone. And it's the first book he wrote, so.
Sweet. And it can be read just anywhere in the universe?
Anytime.
Okay, cool. Yay. That'll be nice. Adding lots of Brandon Sanderson to my books I've read this year.
Oh, yeah? Adding lots of Brandon Sanderson?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that'll do it. I have wanted to read this one.
You have.
She's been telling me to read this one since we met, so
yeah,
check it
out.
out.
I'm telling you again.
Yeah, now it's just once more. Yay, Tress of the Emerald Sea. Oh, this is such a pretty copy, too. Mm-hmm. She has so many special editions, which I'm not mad about. I get access to them. Actually. No, okay, I mean, it is a special. It is a fancy edition. I don't know if it's special. It's special to me.
Yeah.
I'm talking too much. Anyway, yay. The next category is 5 books that you want me to read. In general.
Excellent. Excellent.
This could be dangerous. This might have been a dangerous one to give you. This might have been a bad idea. This might be something that I should have not done.
I actually was very nice with this one. First book.
Okay.
I didn't want to just give you a bunch of first books, okay? I gave you the first book of this, and now I'm giving you the second book.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind that the cover doesn't stay. But there's the second book. Hopefully you like the series.
I hope so too, because you just gave me the next one. All right, sweet, yeah. Just cracking up. Never mind. We're not paying attention to that. Everything's fine. The book is fine.
It's totally normal.
But yeah, Hunger Games in Space.
Yeah.
It still sounds interesting.
It does.
So, it still sounds interesting a book later.
And I actually liked this one more than the first one, which is why I kind of wanted to give you that.
Oh.
I gave the first one like a 3.5 or 4 stars, and this one was 5 stars. So.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
And I think and that seems to be a pretty popular opinion.
Okay.
Is that people like the first book, but they love the second and third.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Okay.
And then speaking of continuing series, book 2 of Robin Hobbs.
That's fair.
Realm of the Elderlings.
That's fair. Yeah, that's okay. Yep, I did. Yeah, this is gonna be a buddy read anyway. So the little wolfie is like looking. There's a little wolfie on the front. But yeah, I was gonna read it with you anyway. That was the goal, to motivate you to read these, because there's
I own all of them?
Yeah, you own all of them, and there's like 15, which is scary.
So hopefully you love it.
Hopefully.
Because I have a lot more books back there. You don't know. They could all be Realm of the Elderlings.
Can you imagine? She's just like, every book is just what the fuck. Well, okay. You put the first trilogy on my TBR.
In the name of continuing series. You're gonna have this one.
Good one.
You want to see what the next one is? It's the first.
Why?
It's the first book of a series. Okay?
Is it the next trilogy?
See, that would have been smart. That is not what I did.
This is the whole TBRs is the Robin Hobb.
That's not what I did though.
Okay.
However, this is one that you wanted to read, and it should be funny. It should be a fun time.
Okay.
Dungeon Crawler.
Yes! Let's go! Oh, this looks fun. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks so like goofy and unserious. Mm-hmm. And yeah, just like a fun time.
I've heard nothing but good things, so buddy read.
Buddy read. Yeah, that'll be awesome. I think we saw recently there was someone out there in the internet comparing, like, if you like this anime, you should read this book. And this said, for this one, they said, if you like any isekai anime, which is where you get thrown into another world, and then you may even be like a different person, but like your consciousness is the same. So like you are in another world, whatever. Then you would like this. So, and I watched some
Hopefully
isekai
you like
animes. So I hope I like it too.
Because it's the start of a long series too.
Are you serious?
I think it's got 7 books out right now. 6 or 7 or 8.
I thought this was a standalone. You did say it was the start of another series. I didn't know. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Damn. I'm still excited. I just didn't know. You literally said that and it just like didn't.
To be fair, they're on KU.
Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Well, I do a lot of reading on my Kindle, so awesome.
Sweet. And last one is also nice, okay? Because this is the start of another series, okay? While I gave you some continuations, I did want to have some start of series, and you are already reading this. Well, you're already planning to read this very soon.
We are going to read this very soon. This is one of our 5-star predictions. So we will both be reading this. Buddy read very soon. Buddy. Oh, I didn't notice that's like a dragon in the cloud.
Oh, I actually didn't notice that.
I feel like every time we pick up her books, we find a new detail that we hadn't seen before.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
We don't spend as much time looking at these. We're just like, yeah, it exists. Okay, cool. And open. Like, I know that's a dragon, but it looks like some sort of, like, flying machine because those wings are strange. Is that a human? Is that a human in a flying machine? Wait.
I think it is, yeah.
I've learned too much. Okay. Well, it's like Aang with his little, like, you know? Oh, that's cool. Dang, I know nothing about this book. I'm realizing.
Oh, look at your mouth. It looks like a shark.
Like a shark? It's like, meh. Okay, cool.
Sweet. What's the next category?
Right, yes. This next category is 5 of your own 5-star reads.
Ooh, okay. I hope you like Jen Williams.
I've already forgotten everything that's happened.
Okay, cool.
So
you have Ninth Rain in there.
Okay, I thought it was her Aunt Talon's sister.
Yeah. And so now you have The Bitter Twins, which is
that
the
after
sequel to Ninth Rain.
Nice. Well, in the interest of continuing series.
And you also have the third book.
You gave them 5 stars, though. That's promising.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. This happened again.
Entire trilogy. But at least it's just a trilogy and it's not the start of something else.
This is the start of something else. Anyway.
Yeah. And in the interest of continuing series, we have book 3.
I was about to laugh so hard if it was another Robin Hobb. But yes, Red Rising, that makes sense.
Yes. So this is the end of the first trilogy. And this is actually the last book that I read just because it felt like a good conclusion and I was ready to move on to something else at the moment. I'm ready to pick back up. So when you read these, I'll read them with you and then continue the series.
Sweet. Awesome. Ooh.
Hopefully you like it.
Hopefully.
Because you have 3 of them.
But you gave this 5 stars.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I am willing to, like, hold out on books if I don't feel quite like they're there for me. So like even if the first 1 or 2, like I'll still hold out because I know that you gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
And I think more and more we're realizing that we're very similar in a lot of aspects as like where our reading vibes go. So
I just worry about the violence.
So what now?
There do be a lot of violence. And so I am a little nervous about that. But we'll see.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Hunger Games in Space.
You did mention Hunger Games.
At least that's book 1. Book after that, who knows?
I'm scared.
Speaking of violence.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
This is one of the best books I read last year. Okay?
That's true.
And here you go.
I do want to read more Stephen King, so it's fair. I'm just scared. I'm a little scared. Get the baby.
I'm also scared, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think you'll like it.
I mean, yeah. Like, I do feel like I will continue to like his stuff. I just am scared. Rightly so.
And this was books that I gave 5 stars? Well. Why do you look so scared?
This is another Stephen King?
No.
Is it another horror?
No. Why would I do that to you?
She's lying. She sounds like she's lying. Does she not sound like she's lying right now? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's
It is the way of kings.
Okay, yes, this is fair. I do want to read this book. She thick, but we're here for it. I just also know the thousands and thousands of pages this gets me into, and I'm scared again. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's fine. It's okay.
See, you wanted to explore some Brandon Sanderson this year.
You just gave me like 5.
You will explore.
And they're all thick. I don't know if he knows how to write a short book, actually.
Hey,
he might know how.
You saw Long
like,
Shells of Questo.
It's like 50 pages of I don't even know what. Getting edged out by books over here. This next prompt is 5 exploratory reads. I've read a lot of fanro in this past year. I've also read a lot of murder mysteries, thrillers, and that's kind of, those have been like my primary genres for most of my reading. So I do want to venture out. Granted, like all of these are fantasy. All of these are exploratory anyway, so I'm not really sure why I did this to myself, but she has plans for me. So 5 books that are out of my comfort zone, that are new.
Yes, these are the risks, I would say. First risk is Legends and Lattes. This is a cozy fantasy book, so which is not for everybody.
Yeah, and I haven't actually read any cozy fantasy yet, but I am drawn to it.
This is like the prime cozy fantasy. It's so unbelievably good. And if you're someone who likes cozy fantasy, you probably like this. So if you like this, you might like cozy fantasy.
All right.
Nice little genre exploration.
That would be fun. It does look like a fun time. And high fantasy and low stakes. Yeah, that's just cozy.
It's an orc who's tired of battle and just wants to start a coffee shop.
I love it. Yeah, that sounds great. It's like, oh, I'm just kind of tired of life. So I'm just going to go just do a nice little, just cozy something.
So that might be good to read after Pet Cemetery.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll remember that.
Next, this is definitely exploration because I made you put it in your correct hand when you were doing my physical TBR. So this is environmental, and Octavia E. Butler is said to be one of the best sci-fi fantasy authors.
Okay.
So we're going to be exploring her work together because I'm also going to be reading this.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read any sci-fantasy. Really haven't even read sci-fi, which Red Rising over here. Okay, cool. Parable of the Sower.
Heard nothing but amazing things. So.
Sweet.
And it's nice short. Okay.
Yeah, it's not that bad. We can do this. We can do this.
Speaking of sci-fi.
Is it Leviathan Wings?
Oh. It is Project Hail Mary. This is said to have one of the best audiobooks. Ooh. So everyone recommends reading this via audiobook.
Okay, I can do that. That helps. Ooh, pretty edges. Even though I'll just listen to the audiobook instead, probably, instead of cracking this one open. But cool. Project Hail Mary. Do you know anything about what it's about?
I'm going to be reading it literally probably this weekend because I have it for my book club next week.
Oh, cool. Cool.
And everyone's been loving it. Everyone's been loving it, so.
Nice. Sweet.
All right, next one. You did put this in your correct hand, and I was actually surprised you did because it's weird fiction, and I haven't even explored weird fiction.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is also going to be...
Yes!
This is also going to be one we explore together. It is a chunker, but when you said exploratory, there was no way this couldn't be there because this is exploring.
Yes, I'm very interested to read some of his work. I have only recently learned really what weird fiction means, so I'm intrigued to read something of in that genre and find out through experience what it means, how that reads, what that looks like. And his name has been coming up a lot in my feed and stuff, so I'm very intrigued to see some of his work. Yeah. So here we go. Perdido Street Station.
Yep, and I'll be reading that with you.
Sweet. All right.
Last one in the exploratory. Your husband is currently reading this, so that's going to be very obvious.
Yay.
So it'll be a nice book for you to experience together. And this is it feels for a while classic fantasy, and it has a lot of classic fantasy tropes that do end up getting turned around, but it feels very classic fantasy at the beginning.
Okay.
So we'll see. That is definitely a newer experience. I gave it like a 4-star the first time I read it, and then the second and third time it was a 5-star.
Ooh.
So
second and third. How many times have you read this? 3 times?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if it's that good that you reread it multiple times.
It's mostly because the rest of the series is so good.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Like, this one feels very classic fantasy, and then it just kind of takes off and just gets so good. My only problem is that there's only one female character out of the POVs.
Hey, it's more than Lord of the Rings.
It is true. It is very true.
It's a very classic fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I am excited to read this, and since my husband has been reading it too, and he's been having a good time with it. So, buddy read. Oh, that'll be sweet. All right, this very last category is 5 books from my 25 and 25.
Getting them goals.
Yes.
First book, we all have, actually. I think we all have it. us and all of our friends have it.
Okay.
It is Fate Inked in Blood.
Yes. When I first got this book, I definitely really wanted to read this. I'm very intrigued. I think it's the Viking element that hooked me. And book 2 is coming out this year, maybe even the spring or something.
Yeah, that's why I made sure to.
Oh, that's fair.
Have it.
Mainly the Viking element is what gets me super excited about this book. So I have been wanting to read it, actually. I kind of wanted it to be a winter read, mainly because it just looks wintry. It feels cool.
Better read it quick.
So I'd better read it quick. I keep meaning to read it and then not really. So perfect. Prioritize the read, which, I mean, I guess my 25 and 25 is all prioritized for this year, but anyway.
Yes, prioritize the priority.
Yes, excited for that.
Next, I read this, loved it. Going along the lines of your Exploratory, it's another cozy fantasy.
Yay! Yes, I'm very excited for this. Especially, I think it'll be a good spring read coming up soon. So, oh, there's a little kitty. There's the kitty with his little wings, just like napping in the sun on the steps.
Sunbeam.
Oh, this looks so cozy already.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Yep.
And I think it also has a sequel coming out this year. So.
Yeah, I almost put it in standalone because it kind of... I don't remember if the sequel is directly following these characters or not.
Oh, okay.
But then we had that last category and I was like, perfect.
Yay. All right, sweet.
Next is my number one priority from your 25 and 25, I think.
Okay.
Caraval.
Yes! Oh, I'm so excited to read this. I have been excited to read this for a very, very, very long time. I love anything like circus or carnival themed. So this I am super, super excited for. 5-star prediction for me, honestly, just from the vibes I get from holding the book.
Cool.
So, I'm so excited. Yay. I've actually, I really want to read this book.
All right, next book we both have as a priority. And King Arthur.
The Bright Sword.
The Bright Sword.
Yes. Oh, this will be such a unique read. And I think it's a standalone.
But I do not know.
I don't know anything.
It's the only one right now.
It is the only one.
And that's the thing that matters.
Yes, I'm so excited to read this. It'll be very interesting. I haven't really read or experienced anything that was like Knights of the Round Table-esque.
I have quite the recommendation for that then.
If I like it.
Even if you don't.
Even if I don't. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll take it. We'll take it. We take all of the recommendations.
Those who know Legendborn know.
Interesting.
Continue on.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
That was me to them, not you.
My bad. So sorry. Don't let me interrupt. Yes, very excited. And we both have the copy from the Aardvark subscription box.
Yeah. Which is so smooth.
They feel so good. I don't know how they make these, but they just feel, they're great.
Yes. Okay, last book.
All right, last book.
Last book entirely, and it's from one of your favorite authors. But you've only read 2 of her books.
Is it Olivia Blake?
No,
I've only read one of her books. Oh, is it Rebecca Ross? Is it Divine Rivals? Ah! Yay!
Yes. It's sort of a duology.
It is. Yes, so we read her River Enchanted.
Also
duology last year and loved it so much. Like that was 5-star book. So amazing. So I'm so excited to read more of her writing.
Yay.
So
yay. Hopefully you like all the picks.
I hope so too. Oh wow. Yeah.
Hopefully you're excited about them.
I am excited about them. I'm scared of some of them, but I'm excited about them overall.
Good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
That's how I felt about the TBR cart. There were some that I was like, I'm scared.
Why did you do this to me?
Yeah.
But yeah. That's fair. I mean, 50 books. We just threw 50 books at each other.
Yeah. Bestie swap extreme.
Honestly though, actually. Yeah, most of our books are things we pick for each other. Like, I'm reading this because she told me to. I'm reading this because she told me to. I'm reading this because she told me to. Well, I can't move anymore because there's all the books. Thank you for joining us. I would ask you to let us know if there are any books we should add to this these 50 books that Tabatha just gave me, except I'm scared. But in any case, do let us know some of your recommendations for this year, some books you're looking forward to reading in 2025.
Or if you've read any of these.
Oh yeah, or if you've read any of these and if you loved them. Or maybe didn't. That's okay. We all have our different reading preferences. But if you've read any of these, if you have any thoughts you want to share, let us know.
And if you're not feeling chatty, leave us like a grave, the little headstone, because she is buried in books right now.
Buried. I can't move. I'm 6 feet under.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, y'all. Cheers, besties.
Visit.
Is it books? Is it beverages? The bestie is already here.